have a passion for music.
A homeschooled 10th grader, Drew Dansby spends about 12 hours each week rehearsing in his bedroom.
I'm not going to pretend like every time I pick up my violin and practice, it's like I really want to do that. There's some days when I just don't feel like it at all.
Drew's interest in music began when he was 3 years old.
And so on his 4th birthday, on the day, he had his first violin lesson. And he was just as happy as could be. And he came home and just wouldn't put it down.
6 months later, he started taking cello lessons.
For him, it was not a chore or something we had him do to learn. It was just like, you know, a kid jumps on his bike and wants to go ride a bike.
He's part musician, part composer. When a melody pops into his head, Drew scribbles it down on a dry erase board in his bedroom.
You know, talent doesn't really mean as much to me as, you know, how hard you work or what you do with your talent.
Years ago, Drew joined the Charlotte Symphony's Junior Youth Orchestra, a program for younger kids. And today he's in the youth orchestra. They meet weekly to rehearse at St. Luke's Lutheran Church. Harpet's Connor May Kelly remembers the first time she attended a rehearsal.
And I looked around and there were people from all different schools, all different backgrounds, all different instruments, and we were all there because we loved to play music. And that struck me so deeply.
The youth orchestras provide lots of exciting experiences for these budding musicians. Daniel Chibeta plays the viola.
This summer we're actually taking a tour to Carnegie Hall to perform in New York City on that world-renowned stage. So that I feel incredibly lucky to have this opportunity.
Founded in 1961, the Charlotte Symphony Youth Orchestra is an audition-only program that offers training in a professional symphony atmosphere. Once a year, the youth orchestra performs side by side with members of the Charlotte Symphony, and it's a highlight moment for the kids taking part in the program.
Playing with the adults orchestra is like a completely different thing, because then I am sitting next to somebody who has been in the game for so much longer and has so much more experience than I do.
During this year's concert in March, Drew got the chance to play a solo with the Charlotte Symphony.
It's so exciting. You know, you just feel the nerves coming and the adrenaline pumping, and you just can't wait to get on stage and perform.
Here's another talented teen in this year's youth orchestra. That's Ardrey Kill High School sophomore Alan Wang. He started taking piano lessons at age 6. Like Drew, Alan also had the opportunity to play a solo with the Charlotte Symphony.
It's fun for me to conduct because they're at such a high level.
As music director of the youth orchestras, Ernest Pereira has worked with both ensembles for 27 years.
We often think the symphony is a dying sort of art, and the future is the kids. More important than even playing in the symphony is conducting and also teaching, so that the next generation will emerge.
A musician for the orchestra, Lori Tiberio started working with the kids in the early 80s. She says both ensembles serve an important role.
So no matter what they do, they will take that music with them for the rest of their lives. And as they go forward, even if they don't go into music, they'll be supporters of the arts, they'll be supporters of music.
Having worked with hundreds of teens over the years, Lori says Drew is pretty unique.
To be comfortable on 2 different instruments like that is pretty amazing.
Back at Drew's house, the violin hangs on the wall while he concentrates on schoolwork. He says music helps him put everything else in perspective.
Just the nature of music, it makes you question the world. It changes how you think about the world. Music has definitely impacted me a lot. I really love doing it.
Whether he's only playing for himself or a packed audience, the passion Drew and his fellow Youth Symphony members have for music comes across simply by watching and listening to them play. For Carolina Impact, I'm Jeff Rivenpark reporting.